Good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Man, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Um, we got a forecast Sunday. Let me see how many inches they saying for Sunday. We got an 85% chance of snow, 3 to 4 inches on Sunday. So I had to go out and do me a little shopping. Just to keep my daughter quiet. Daddy, you know you need to get some. Okay, baby. Okay. All right. If that quiet you down a little bit, come on. Let's go shopping. So that's why I'm late getting up in here, because normally I don't come on this time of night. Maybe I should, cast my net on the other side of the ship. But man, listen, Trump's whole inauguration has been derailed. I took a picture. Boy, that shows you how good God is. That shows you how good God is, boy, because never in my wildest imagination would I have thought that, taking this picture right here, that the inauguration would be canceled, And I even got me a selfie. Got me a selfie in there, and it's canceled. The parade canceled. They taking everything inside. And all that money, man, they done spent millions of dollars building that viewing stand and box in front of the White House, and for nothing. For absolutely nothing. And being the egotistical person that he is, because crowd size is a thing for him, and this is the one thing that he won't be able to brag about this year is his crowd size, because it's been cut down. They got to take everything inside. They talking about having the parade in the Capital One Arena. That only holds, 16, 17? Matter of fact, let me see how many. What's the capacity of Capital One Arena?
You can make it a yes at the end.
20,000 seats is the capacity. And they're going, for security reasons, they're going to cut down probably 5 to 10,000 for security, because they can't afford to have anybody too close to the president. So you're looking at maximum probably about 15,000 people or less that'll be able to, and the forecast for Sunday is 3 to 4 inches. Now, let me tell y'all something. 2 inches in DC is just the city down, and they talking about 3 to 4 inches. Oh, I don't even know if that's gonna jump off, because we this city is not snow friendly. Let me say that shit again. Washington, D.C. is not snow friendly. When we start getting some snow, buddy, shit, it's either delay or closure. And them 3 to 4 inches, and Lord, don't let it fluke be a fluke and get 5 or 6. Shit, they gonna shut the city down. They'll shut the city down. They sure will. You know, and they got an extra 4,000 police officers and the National Guard in the city for this inauguration. They got the National Guard and an extra 4,000 police officers from all over the country. And now look, they ain't even need it. And man, let me tell you something. And there was some, you can say what you want to say, but it was some Trump supporters that was planning to come up in here and turn this mother out. They was gonna show out in Washington, D.C. Hold on, y'all. They was coming up in here to show out. I mean, for real. And look what happened. Plans got derailed. It ain't gonna happen. Now what? Now what? And see, and you can say what you want to say, but I've been one telling y'all, the second term ain't gonna go nothing like that first one. And for you to start out with things going wrong, what you think gonna happen the next 4 years? Something always gonna be going wrong, man. This is just the beginning. Because see, you know, the energy that was in the atmosphere 4 years ago ain't here now. I keep telling y'all, man, we in the age of Aquarius now. We are now in the age of Aquarius. We going into light, to revelations, to truth. And things are gonna be different. They ain't gonna be the same. And for all of y'all that wanna still keep dabbling in your negativity, still keep doing all your negative stuff, you're gonna see. And it ain't gonna take long for that karma to come back. It's coming back quick, because stuff done speeded up now. We getting closer to the end of time. You know, back when I was a kid, it took years for stuff to come back. But now, shoot, you blink your eye. It's back at you. So, you know, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. I'm sad because it's gonna be snowing on my birthday. You know, Sunday is my birthday, man. You know, and today is the second anniversary of this odyssey that I've been on. Today, it started 2 years ago. This odyssey that I'm on right now started 2 years ago today. And I just told my daughter, I said, you know, here's the crazy part. 2025 is the year of 9. What? Wait, how? Yeah, 2025 is the year of 9. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay? And 9 is the number of completion. And it's ironic that in the year of 9, I will also be 72. which is 9. 7 plus 2 is 9. Year completion. You know, and I'm believing, man, that a lot of the stuff that I have endured, have experienced, and have gone through, you know, I'm at the end of that tunnel. This 2025 is going to be an outstanding year for me. Good Lord, let me live. It's going to be an outstanding year for me. And you know, I've been at this message right here for 4 years. And the Spirit of God just kind of like showed me that if this message had worked 2-3 years ago, by the time we got to this point, it would be old. People would be used to it. It wouldn't have no sting. What's going on, Morgan? How you doing, man? Thank you for joining me. But God showed me this morning, like, you know, now, because you see, we're going to be even more divided than we have been, and your message is going to be right on time. And these last 4 years, you just been laying the foundation. And that's what you've been out here doing, laying the foundation for this message. You know? And I was like, wow, I hadn't thought about it like that. See, yeah, because it's going to be fresh. It ain't going to be stale. You know? And people going to recognize it, and they're going to know it. You see? And they're willing to listen now, where before they weren't even willing to listen. But now they're even willing to listen to what you got to say. So you know, and this why sometimes, man, you have to endure some of this what you think is hardship and inconvenience, and just trust God. That's all you got to do, man. And that ain't easy, man. When you're talking about trusting God, you got to let go. Let me say that again. See, when you trust in God, you're gonna have to let go. You can't manipulate this. You can't twist this. You can't turn it. You can't do nothing. You have to let it go and let it take its own natural path, and trust God that it's going to work out. And see, and that's where the challenge is going to come, is letting go and trusting God. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. That ain't your problem. Your only responsibility is to trust. And when you start trusting, you're going to have fear on one shoulder talking in this ear, and then you're going to have doubt and second guessing talking in this ear, trying to confuse you, trying to make you stutter, trying to make you doubt. Okay? And you have to dismiss these voices that are trying to discourage you, and keep believing. You just got to keep believing. That's all you got to do. I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know what's going to make this successful. I don't know. But I have to keep believing that one day it will be a success. That one day I will be debt free. I have to keep believing that. And if you can't believe it, you can't have it. Let me say that again. Man, if you can't believe it, you can't have it. I saw this guy on social media, out in California, he showed that his whole community had burned down and his house was spared. He said, he was doing a video. He said, man, I had some lumber in my backyard that I was adding on to this house that burned. I mean, that just burned up. He said, and he shows it, but look at my house. Didn't touch my house. Went to his garage, and he had one little section in his garage that was smoking, but he said, look at my garage, man. Wasn't touched. Wasn't touched. And then my daughter told me that she saw on social media where this woman went outside and she saw the fire coming, and she called her husband and say, come here and look at this. And of course, you know, with the Ring camera, motion is what will make it go off. And they saw the fire coming, and they running back and forth, man, loading up their car and said, man, praise the Lord, please protect my house. Just please protect my house. And you know, and that's a good question. Man, how many folk actually ask God, please protect my house? You know, that's a good question. How many of them? Because a lot of them took it for granted. They took that fire for granted. That's because they had enough time to get a moving truck, to pull up to their house, take everything, put it in storage. They had enough time. And a lot of them took it for granted and didn't do it. But I wonder how many folk ask God, please, God, protect my house. You know, and that's all he was waiting. Somebody just ask, please, Lord, protect my house. And I told y'all, I said, man, it's some houses in that fire didn't get touched. I told y'all that it was some houses in that fire that did not get touched. Okay? All right, so you know, I can't speak for nobody else, man, but man, if you don't want to believe, that's on you. If you don't want to believe, I'm not one to, you know, I ain't trying to force you to do nothing. I you know, it ain't for me to force you. Ain't for me to force you. But all I can do is live by example. And God knows, man, only reason I'm in this hotel is but God. The only reason I'm still here today is God. That's the only reason I'm still up in here today is because of God. And I got people laughing. I had a guy telling me, yeah, you know, well, God must not be doing it. You still, but I could have been in my car. I could have been out on the street. You know, I could have been out on the street. The street could have caught me. But a hotel caught me. See, so, you know, I'm not taking that for granted. When I see so many people that's less fortunate than I am, and look, I'm telling you, Sunday, good Lord, let me live, man, I'll be 72. So I'm not like I was 30, 40 years ago. You know, cause man, I remember there were nights that I would go in Georgetown and sleep all night long under my vending table to get a spot. That's how lucrative it was. You know, I came home, saw my kids. Look, y'all, I got to go to Georgetown. Okay, I'm going to Georgetown. I'm gonna spend the night. I ain't gonna be here tonight. I'm spending the night in Georgetown. Okay, where you gonna sleep? Under my vending table. Because if somebody come try to move it, shit, they gotta fight. They got to fight, but I'm sleeping right up under that joint. I'm telling you, every weekend in Georgetown, man, I was sleeping up under my vending table because it was just that lucrative, boy. So now, man, you know, and see, and here again, you know, a lot of people say, well, Trump is being inaugurated on Dr. King's holiday, you know, and yeah, he is. But it don't look like his inauguration. Uncle, the comfort zone you said before, if you want to call it the Matrix, hey, it's amazing. Whatever you want to call it, whatever you can identify with, run with it. Run with it. Everybody can't identify with Matrix. You know, those that can identify with Matrix, run with it. If that's what you understand, hey man, go for it. But I'm just trying to simplify it for everybody. You know, a lot of people don't understand the Matrix. They don't understand it. Okay? You try to explain it to them, and all you're gonna create is more confusion. So if that's what you, man, run with it. Run with it. Who am I? David, what's going on? Man, so far I got Marvin, a Wiki Ka, and David up in here. Man, thank y'all for joining me. But see, listen, let me show y'all this here. Let me show y'all this because I've been reading this and a lot of people don't believe it. But this is Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, that he will also reap. Okay? Well, I might be. I just finished eating, so you know that's what I did. I've been finished eating, so I could be. Could be. Life is good, man. I ain't complaining. I ain't got no complaints. I ain't got no complaints whatsoever. You know, but I'll be on a fast this weekend. Whatever I got, it'll be gone this weekend, buddy, because I'm gonna be fasting coming into that 72nd birthday. I'm gonna be fasting, man. I'm gonna be fasting, so I'm enjoying myself right now. But come 72, I'm going into that 72nd birthday fasting and praying. You know, that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm trying to get up enough stuff on my bones so I have something to you know that it can eat off of and it can function off of, it thrive off of, and yeah, you know, the headaches won't be so bad because I got a lot of fat that it can attack. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be on the fast either. So, but you know that's my goal, man. You know, is come my 72nd birthday Sunday is to go on a fast. You know, fast and pray, because I you know, man, I this is my year. This is my year, and I'm not discouraged about you know, what it looks like or what it's been. 1953, that's it. 1953, that's it. That's me. That's me, 1953. Man, in fact, come March, man, I would have been in DC 50 years. This March. I came in March of 1975. I will be here in 50 years come March. Shoot, and I got married in March. I got married in March. So March holds as a special month for me, man. Is my 50th anniversary being in DC, and my 6th anniversary being married to my wife. That's right. This year will be my 6th year of being married to that girl right there. And I ain't seen her in 6 years, so I can't wait to get my hands on her. I ain't gonna tell no lie about that. I go to bed every night with that girl in my arms, buddy. Yes, sir, buddy. Every night I go to sleep with her in my arms, cause what you go to sleep on is what you can create. So let me go to sleep on that note right there, buddy. Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. That's all I got to say. To God. Man, in fact, last year was our 50. Graduated in 71. 53rd. Last year was 53rd. Oh, she's doing great. She's doing great, man. God is gonna restore everything I think I done lost. That's my decree. All the time that I think I done lost, man, God is gonna restore all of that. God is gonna restore all of that. Because he said he'll restore everything the locust, the cankerworm, and the palmer worm has eaten. He'll restore it. And I just keep believing that. I just put my head down, man. That's why I don't get out here and disrespect her. Because if I'm believing God is gonna restore the time that I've been away from her, how can he do that and I'm out here fucking out of both legs? I can't even be faithful, and I'm expecting God to restore the time that and I'm out here screwing any and everything. God you can't play with God like that, man. You can't play with God like that. And I ain't trying to play with God like that. See, so let me just keep my head down and keep building, keep developing, keep creating. That's all I can do is just keep creating. When an idea, I told y'all, let me let y'all listen to this. Let me let y'all listen to this. I got my grandson. He's making me a video of stop hating each other because you disagree. And I must have took me about 15, 20 takes to get this message right. But listen to this. This is the message that I sent him. Hold on, I'll answer that. My name is Don Folden Sr., aka the Truth Conductor, and I'm here to talk to you about a universal message that'll fit anywhere in the world in any language. Stop hating each other because you disagree. Somewhere along the way, we've gotten hate and disagreement to mean the same, and they don't. When we disagree with each other, we just don't see eye to eye on that particular subject or situation, but we still can go out together, eat together, and sometimes even sleep together. But when we hate each other, we don't want to have anything to do with each other. And we have more in common than we do differences if we just start learning to talk to one another and stop talking at each other with the hatred, the division, and the animosity. Instead, let's have some love and compassion and understanding. Because if my half of the ship go down, yours ain't gonna stay afloat. And right now, we got people trying to destroy the other half of the ship like theirs is safe. And the rich got all the lifeboats. Come on, y'all. We see the division coming. Let's get out in front of it, because if we don't, we all are at risk, or our family and friends. So stop hating each other. because you disagree. This is a message that needs to be shared all over the world. Because if we don't learn how to come together as people, we will perish as fools. Stop hating each other because you disagree. Thank you. That's it. What y'all think? Oh, David, the inauguration has been actually moved inside because it's going to be cold. It's scheduled to be, let's see, 24 degrees Monday. It's going to be 36 Sunday with an 80% chance of snow. They're calling for, now they're saying 2 to 4 inches of snow on Sunday. And it'll be 24 degrees on Monday. It'll be 22 degrees on Tuesday and 21 degrees on Wednesday. Thursday will be 30 degrees. Friday will be 37. Saturday will be 36. And Sunday will be 41. So we got a Arctic blast that's coming down through DC. And so because it's going to be 24 degrees, they moved the inauguration to the inside. You know, so all of those viewing stands, the new flagpole, all of that stuff that they put up in front of the White House was for nothing. The millions of dollars that they spent putting that stuff up, now they got to tear it all down. All of the fencing that they done put up around the Capitol, around the White House, for nothing. For nothing. And, you know, and there's no doubt in my mind, man, that you had some people in that mega crowd that was determined to come up in DC and show out. I mean, they was going to turn DC out. There's no doubt in my mind. You had a lot of people coming up here this weekend, man, to turn this city out. Trump, 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 Trump. And now, they ain't gonna get the chance. Because everything been canceled. Everything been moved inside. So and you know, I'm sure he's devastated because it's all about crowds for him. It's all about crowds. I'm sure he's devastated because now he won't be able to brag about okay, I got a wise. Let me see who this is. Probably one of my trolls. I can't speak for nobody else, man. Probably one of my trolls. Let me see if this is one of my trolls. Okay, you say, well, Robin, I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a fortune teller. I just speak what drops in my spirit. I don't go around. You don't see me with no deck of cards. I ain't got no deck of cards, but I'm just saying that, you know, from past experience, we know that for Trump, crowds are important. Crowds are important to him. We know that from past experience. And now his crowd has been cut down. And see, and DC raked them over the coals, man. Man, DC raked them over the coals. Them rooms were like $800,000-$900,000 a night. Okay, and I'm sure Airbnb wasn't cheap either. I'm sure they wasn't cheap either. Okay, but these hotel rooms in DC, man, was the LA fire. I blame that on a lot of, I mean, there could be some conspiracy in there because you never know, man. You never know because a lot of insurance companies cancel policies at the last minute. And, you know, for them not to have the water and to be as unprepared as they were, somebody should go to jail behind that, man. I mean, for real. Somebody should go to jail behind to be held accountable for that. Because you got people that lost everything. And yes, they had ample warning, but still the fire department was unprepared. You know, and I know each city has their own mayor. See, it's mistaking that, like in LA County, you know, they still think the mayor of the city of Los Angeles is also responsible for the county. No, they got mayors in those cities, and they weren't prepared. So, you know, you can always find a conspiracy if you're looking for one. Well, again, you know, look at what, and that's true, man, and that's why, you know, I used to get a clown up in here that's a Ukraine, support Ukraine. We paying pensions in Ukraine right now. We got homeless veterans on the street, and we're actually paying pensions in Ukraine right now. And you got Americans that can't get no help. Look at them people down in Tennessee and Kentucky and West Virginia that got hit by that hurricane. Still, Asheville, North Carolina, still is a mess because we ain't got no money to help them, but we got money to send to Ukraine and Israel. But we ain't got money. They giving, talking about $750. What? And you just sent $6 billion to Ukraine? Those coke sniffing Zelensky? Because every time, listen, man. See, in DC, when somebody always doing this, man, they got a coke problem. They got a coke problem. And you look at that guy, he always sucking back up something because he on coke. And half of the money that we done sent to them, if we did an audit, we couldn't even find it. Okay? All right? If we, right now, if we did, we ain't done nothing about North Carolina. Nothing. We've done absolutely nothing. And then when you start talking about this, and especially about Ukraine, oh, that's Russian propaganda to start talking about Americans need to be helped first. That's Russian propaganda. Okay? When somebody get out saying, man, let me show y'all. I ain't got no love for him. I have no love for Ukraine, none whatsoever, because I was at the White House when they first came out with this war and started protesting. Man, they was treating African students in Ukraine like shit. You said, look at this guy. Look at this guy. You see how this guy got a hold of me? And it was a photographer behind me that I didn't even know he was back there, was taking the pictures. And I met him down by the courthouse, and they tried to get me arrested. And Secret Service told me, he said, Don, we know you. We know you, and we know that somebody had to do something to get you riled up like that. So don't worry about it. That's what Secret Service officer told me. He said, we ain't gonna do nothing to you. Because we know who you are. We see you every day. I'm trying to show you, man, because when the dude first grabbed me, I was looking at him and said, man, if I knock this motherfucker out, I'm going to jail. That's it. That's the very thing. The first thing came to my man. If I knock this motherfucker out, they're gonna lock me up. That's the first thing. Look. Let me show you. Here it is, right here. Here I'm looking at it. Man, if I knock this motherfucker out, they're gonna take me to jail. I just knew that. Yeah, they got the money. So from then on, I ain't got no love for Ukraine, man. Fuck Ukraine. Fuck Ukraine. And then you got all them motherfuckers over here protesting about send aid. But why ain't your ass over there fighting? Shit, you able-bodied motherfucker, and you over here protesting. How come you ain't got your ass over there fighting? Since you so concerned about Ukraine, why you over here in out of harm's way trying to talk about it's Russian propaganda? Man, get the fuck out of here. Take your ass back over there and get on the front line yourself. But you ain't gonna do that. And see, and let me tell y'all something. You've seen more war in Gaza than you have Ukraine. Let me say that shit again. I got 34 people up in here. I challenge anybody to tell me when they done seen some real-time war in Ukraine. Okay? Tell me when you have seen some real-time war in Ukraine. Because every time you see it, it's a video. It ain't real time. You ain't never seen no real-time war. And look at the billions of dollars we done sent them, and you ain't never seen no real-time war in Ukraine. Hell, every video I see, they be over there partying like hell, having a good time. I ain't never seen them fighting. You ain't never seen a video of them actually fighting in Ukraine. But we supposed to believe there's a war. How come you showing wars in all the other countries? How come you can't show no war in there? I mean, seriously. Okay? I mean, so that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know, and I hope Trump do come up here and upset this motherfucking cart. That's one thing I agree with him, man. Stop that all that bullshit we giving, this money we giving to other countries, and Americans can't get no help. They got to jump through a bunch of red tape and hoops just to get some help. And North Carolina and Virginia and Tennessee still toe up from last summer. Still toe up. Ain't got no food, ain't got no running water, ain't got nothing. But we got money for Israel and Ukraine. And y'all don't have a problem with it. That's the sad part. Y'all don't have a problem with it because you falling for that okie doke, that, you know, feeling sympathy. No, man, the easiest way to manipulate the American people is with sympathy. Let me say that shit again. The easiest way in the world to manipulate the American population is with goddamn sympathy. Give them a sob story and they'll slap that shit up. And it's just as fake as it want to be. And they'll lap it up every trip of the train. You ain't never seen no real-time war in Ukraine. And you got all these motherfuckers running around here talking about, I stand with Ukraine. Really? But you don't stand with Americans. But you can stand with Ukraine. But you ain't trying to stand with none of them Americans down there that still ain't got. I mean, I'm talking about Asheville, North Carolina is still toe up. And all they had for them was $750. What the fuck you gonna do with $750? What you gonna do? And the people that had in hotels, they kicking them out. Because they say, we ain't got no more money. But we got money for what you want. But we ain't got no money to help no Americans with their own tax dollars. I don't buy that, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't go for that. And you can call me whatever you want to. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But it's time to put Americans first. You know, shit, look at all these motherfucking foreigners coming in here, jumping in front of the line, getting housing, medical, and food stamps. They done jumped in front of the line in front of everybody. And you got Americans can't get no food stamp, can't get no financial assistance, and you gonna let a motherfucker come up in this country illegally and get him free housing and free food and medical? Man, get the fuck up out of here. Shit, if instead of Trump going to these jobs trying to get, why don't you start at these goddamn hotels? Okay? Why don't you start at some of these damn hotels that they laying up on their ass making more babies? Okay? That's all they doing, laying up fucking. Let's be honest. Making babies. Anchor babies. Why don't you start right there? You know they're illegal. Empty out some of these goddamn hotels that we paying millions of dollars for. Send their ass back before you start trying to disrupt the economy. At least the people that's working on a job trying to contribute, is, you know, they are a functioning part of society. These motherfuckers ain't doing shit but laying up on their ass and got the nerve to look down on us. You ever went into the store and see some of these motherfucking foreigners with these full-ass grocery carts? Man, I went behind a couple, and I know, grocery cart for, I got 2 items in my hand. They got a whole full-ass grocery cart and wouldn't even say, excuse me, sir, you want to get in front of us? Because that's all you got? Shit. I had to wait for them, and they pull out a damn, one of those STEM cards, one of them welfare cards. And it's my tax dollars, and got the nerve to look down on me. And my money is helping your poor ass over here. And you ain't got no respect. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get your ass back in that. See, I'm not for that, man. I'm not for that. I'm not for it. And you come over here illegal, suffer the goddamn consequences. That's my attitude. Suffer the goddamn consequences, because you could have did it the right way. And see, and all these people that are for, you know, these illegals coming in, being able to vote, man, fuck you. How come you ain't at home? Okay? It's free money, man, but it's our tax dollars. And they look down on us. They look down on us. And they using our tax dollars. And think they better than us because they're getting preferential treatment. Okay? And it's time to stop that shit, man. It's time to stop it. Shit, you know, if you go home, why don't you go make your country better? Go over there. And see, and you think for 1 minute that these jokers coming over here getting free food, free housing, free transportation, and they ain't picking up the phone. Hey, listen, get over here quick. Get over here. This what they giving away. Get over here quick. You think they ain't calling back saying, man, whatever you need to, get in America, because look what I got. You think they ain't telling? You think for 1 minute? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. And that shit ain't fair. It's not fair. And Americans can't get no help. That's what none. We blowing in the wind. But everybody else can come over here and make it on our dime. Well, she says, America treats others better than their own citizens, but then it breaks down to race and class differences. There's some race in that. I can't disagree with that statement. I can't disagree with it. I can't disagree with it. But don't make it right. It don't make it right. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you in here legally, man, send your ass back. And like I told you, shit, we paying millions of dollars right here in the city, man. They wanted to take empty office buildings in Washington, D.C. and convert them to housing. Well, see, now, here again, you know, we got a lot of wealthy people in America that don't really do enough to give back. A lot of them are very selfish. I mean, you got 3, 4, 5, 8, $900 million, $1 billion. Man, you can't spend all that money in your lifetime. You ain't gonna be able to spend all that money. Why not try to help somebody without looking for something in return? Why not try to help somebody? You know, you go to a restaurant and you know, and you leave a $20 tip when you could leave a couple thousand. Ain't gonna hurt you. But see, if they do that, they feel like that person is getting something for nothing. But yet, somebody helped them get to where they are. See, they didn't get that when they first started out with nothing. Somebody helped them, somebody gave them, somebody uplifted them to be able to be in the position that they in. And they done forgot about that. See, so when it comes to somebody else to be uplifted, oh, they clout chasing. They trying to get something for nothing. But what was you doing when you was trying to get your start? You wasn't clout chasing? When you was trying? You wasn't trying to get something for nothing? When you was trying? That's right. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do. And see, and I'm going to tell y'all, listen to me, motherfuckers, okay? You wasn't begging me for money when I was broke, living in this hotel. When I get some, fuck you. Don't come ask me for shit, okay? It's just that simple. I'm telling you now, because you're going to get your fucking feelings hurt. You wasn't asking me for shit when I was in this hotel, when I was struggling. Now you know I got some money. Man, fuck you. Okay? Yeah, we done got played. But here's the travesty of it. See, a lot of people agreeing with what I'm saying, but you think they're gonna say, "Man, let me put some money in that dude's pocket so he can become successful and he can get up and start saying what I want to say because I ain't got the nerve to get on the front line." Okay, all right, I don't have that nerve. But since you got the nerve and ain't scared, let me support you. Oh no! But see, when you start talking like, "Oh, there you go begging," no, I ain't begging. I ain't begging. I'm just saying shit. So I ain't scared. Wait a minute. See, listen. A lot of people don't have a track record. Okay, a lot of people ain't got no track record. I got one. I got one, and I'm gonna show you. I got a track record. See, I don't have to. When I first came to DC, I was a street vendor, man, and that was a that was a small little circle because everybody knew everybody, and vendor cops was on the take, and I told them, "Man, these cops on the take." They told me I was lying. Told me I was lying. Okay, and I said, "Listen, if I got to run for mayor to tell this story, I'll do it." I went to internal affairs, and they told me I was lying. Sergeant Everett in internal affairs, probably dead now. And when I told him, I said, "Man, if I got to run for mayor to tell this story, I'm gonna do it." And he said, "Mr. Folden, you a street vendor. Don't waste your time. Ain't nobody gonna listen to you, man." And what you say? He said, "Sir, you a street vendor. Ain't nobody gonna listen to you." I got offended. I should have listened. Look at this. Let me show you. Show you. I ran for mayor of DC against Marion Barry. And my mama said, "Boy, you crazy." You crazy. I ran for mayor against him and got about 195 votes too. Didn't have no money and no organization, but I was trying to prove a point. Look. Vendor versus police again. Man, I told them. I said, "Man, y'all on the take. You on the take." And it just so happened one day, let me tell you how they got caught. Because I was vending at 4th and D Street Northwest, right in front of 1 Judiciary Square, which was the mayor's office at the time, because they was remodeling the John Wilson building. So they moved down there. And he talking about Trump 2024. Shit, all his shit been moved on the inside, buddy. You're right. It's Trump 2024, but his shit is on the inside now, buddy. All right? All the activities they had on the outside is gone. Canceled. Moved to the inside. But and I saw that little blue car. I know the car. Saw it coming down the street, cruising down the street. And I had a tape recorder. And I turned it on, dropped it in the pocket. And George Hardy got out the car and said, "Don Folden, you ain't shit. And motherfucker, if you got your tape recorder on, turn it up and tell them motherfuckers come get me because I'm getting ready to get up out of here." This is what he's saying. And I'm like, "Oh shit." And I got the tape running. And he said something. He said, "Wait a minute, motherfucker, didn't I tell you, you ain't shit? And if you got your tape on, turn it up, motherfucker, and tell them to come get me." And I let him do his talking. And soon as he left, I walked right across the street. All right. And said, "Here, listen to this." And they said, "Can we have the tape?" I said, "No, I'll bring you a copy." And I brought him a copy. And a week later, them motherfuckers got arrested. Okay? they got arrested. One of them took, David Brooks took $3,000 right in front of the first district headquarters, and Hardy took $3,500. And they was getting that a week from them Koreans. They was getting it a week from them Koreans, because them Koreans could nobody get in front of Ford Theater but them Koreans. You go down there trying to get in Ford Theater, man, they'd lock your ass up. They lock you up. Yes, they would. And Dale Walters, who was a reporter at Channel 7, I don't know where he is now, but he was a reporter at Channel 7 News. One day came by, he said, Mr. Folden, we've been trying to find a vendor that we could put a mic on to go down to Ford's Theater. And everybody that we talked to wouldn't do it, but they said, come see you. I'm serious. They said, everybody we talked to wouldn't do it, but they recommended you. Would you do it? I said, shit, would I? He said, here's what we gonna do. We gonna put a mic on you. We gonna put a microphone on you, and we gonna be sitting across the street. Okay? And David Brooks, Mr. Folden, what you? I said, man, I'm following the video. He said, I said, call the police. He said, I am the police. I mean, was indignant. And they had him on, and that was his downfall. Because they was trying to chase me away from Ford's Theater. And I had a vending license. But no, I'm just telling folk, man. See, if you going, and one time, boy, and they told me, they flat out told me, motherfucker, we gonna run your ass out of town. They had a guy by the name of Cowboy. He used to vend up at Missouri and North Capitol Street, right on the corner. But he was selling dope too, and would brag about how much money he was making. But see, he wasn't telling folk he was selling drugs too. And they busted him. And they came to me and say, we gonna run your ass out of town just like we did Cowboy. You know, and I laughed, say, shit, I ain't got, and one summer, man, I did. I packed my kids up, said, come on, we going to Alabama. I got to go to my grandmother. I told my mom, I came home, I said, Mama, I'm going home to Macora for the summer. I'm going back home for the summer because I just need a break. I can't, you know, them cats would confiscate my shit, man, and I had to start over from scratch. And the corner knew what was going on, and they would help me start over from scratch, man, to rebuild up my inventory. And when they did, they took my shit, and I was in court. I said, okay, I'm gone, man. For the summer, I left for the summer. But shit, when it was time for them to go back to school, man, I said, come on, y'all, let's go. We going back. We going back. And they said, oh, you back? Yes, sir. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. And it took me 7 years fighting them cats, and one finally went to jail. 2 of them, George Hardy and David Brooks. Brooks is dead now. David Brooks died. They treated him like a dog because he was defiant. Now, I mean, they treated him like a dog. Okay? But George Hardy flipped. He started talking. And I'm probably the only civilian in Washington, D.C. that has ever fought the corruption in the police department where some cops actually went to jail. I'm probably the only one. You know, and see, and people, it's 2 students sitting on the D.C. Board of Education right now because of my fight for my son. My son put in all of his paperwork to run for D.C. Board of Education and was unopposed. Put all his paperwork in on time. And then a kid from Cardoza come to the meeting with 10 of his classmates, and they said, we're going to open back up the election. And of course, my son, I said, no, y'all ain't going to do that to my son. You ain't going to treat my son like that. Fuck you. You not going to treat my son like that. That's not going to happen. And Paul Vance, who was the superintendent of Silver Spring, came and took over D.C., was at Ballou High School, and I went down there to Ballou, and I got on, I said, look here, man, let me tell you something. You're going to wake up in your goddamn sleep, and I'm going to be right there because you ain't fucking over my child. That's what and this how I'm telling him. You ain't fucking over my child. I'm not going to let you do that, sir. And wherever you show up, I'm going to be there because you're going to address this and you're going to fix it. That's what I told him. And they ended up saying, well, okay, we'll just let both of them sit on the Board of Education. And right now, that's how 2 students got on the Board of Education in Washington, D.C. because of my fight for my son. Because they tried to screw over him and I wasn't going to take it. I wasn't going to take it. No, sir. No, sir. That ain't happening. I'm sorry. You know, and see, and I was a single dad. I couldn't, my kids will be 42 and 41 this year. Last time I saw their mama, they was 2 and 3 years old. The last time I saw my kid's mother, and she ain't no stranger in my house. I just don't know where she got the ultimate respect for the girl. Because I don't know nothing about baby mama drama. She got out and she stayed out. I don't know nothing about baby mama drama. Okay? So she ain't got, and if I run into some money, and if I ran into her, shit, I hook her up. Because she gave me 2 kids. And them 2 kids, my grandson. I wouldn't have had him if it wasn't for her. You see, so that's how I look at this shit, man. I ain't got time to be bitter and holding grudges and being upset. You don't want to be bothered? Fuck it. Let's go. That don't stop the show. That ain't stopping the show. Shit, I got my mom and my granddaddy and my stepfather. That's who I got. My mama and my stepfather. They'll help me. They ain't gonna let me fall flat on the face. I don't have a problem staying at home, sleeping in the basement. I don't have a problem with that. But I know my kids are okay. And from the 1st grade to the 10th grade, my kids didn't never catch the bus to school or home. From the 1st grade to the 10th grade. Either I took them, or my mother and my stepfather picked them up, or they took them, and I picked them up. Somebody always picked them up from the 1st through the 9th grade. Okay? My kids then, somebody gonna be there with you every day. Every day. In 10th grade, shit, y'all old enough now, get on the bus. Learn the subway system. You old enough now. But them first 9 years, no. And shit, and that was in the 80s. And being a single father in the 80s, shit, but they look down on you like you was demonic or something. What? Woman walk off and leave you with 2 children? What kind of man are you? Not looking at the fact that, man, these my children. Okay? They my children. Why she left, I have no idea. Don't care. But my babies is my foundation. That's where I got to put my foundation in my children. And shit, people talk about how bad DC public schools is. Shit. Both of my kids went out of the country through DC public schools. Because I told my kids, man, because I was a street vendor, if I help you with some homework, I'm going to fuck you up. Because I ain't got no patience. Okay? I'm going to give you a learning disorder. So every day I ask my children, is there anything I need to know? Because I hate surprises. I hate surprises. And every day I ask my kid, anything I need to know? And that means anything. So don't come a week later, oh, Daddy, I forgot, when I'm asking you every day, hey, anything I need to know? And see, and so rather than me, because I know I don't have no patience to sit down with no homework, especially hard as I work as a street vendor, shit, I come home, man, I want to relax. I was walking them halls. Somebody say, sir, you're distinguished to cuss as much as you do. Listen, I could be doing worse. I could be doing worse. And I'd rather cuss you in front of your face than to get behind your back. At least I ain't pretending with you. See, you got a lot of folk out here pretending to be proper and upright and get behind closed doors and doing the same thing I'm doing. Okay? So at least give me credit for ain't being scared to do it in front of your face and not be pretending. See, that's what's wrong. See, folk can't accept you for who you are. But they want you to be what they want you to be. But see, and here's the problem. Now I'm not, man, I made some mistakes. I made some mistakes, brother. As a single dad, because see, I was going with how my grandmama raised me. And my grandmama was no nonsense, buddy. Okay? My grandmama was no nonsense. She ain't take no bullshit. And that's how I raised my kids. No nonsense. Shit. I tell my kids, we could be down that street, man. They start fighting over some shit. Man, give it to me, man. Throw it out the window. If it's gonna cause you to fight, shit, you don't need it. Throw that shit out the window. Okay? I'm serious. I'm serious. That's what I did. That's what I did. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second here. I ain't want to delete your message, man. Let me see your message here. I'm sorry about that, man. I deleted that message by accident. But no, that's what I would do. That's what I did, man. And no, we ain't gonna. That ain't that kind of party. Ain't that kind of party. You gonna get along with each other. See, this how I recognize this woman right here, my wife. Now I don't work on Saturdays. Okay, I don't work on Saturdays now. And and it took me a while to get to that point. And one Saturday, man, I mean, I just refused. I had this hotel that I would go and hang out at, and I'm gonna get some money, man. I will. I'll have all of that. I have all of that. And I just couldn't rest. I said, man, let me get up and go down to this hotel. And as soon as I was walking in the door, the manager of the hotel was talking to my wife. And when he looked up and saw me, he said, that's him right there. And I threw my hands up. I said, whatever it was, I didn't do it. Matter of fact, let me show you. I ain't gonna show you her face, but this is the day we first met. When I first met my wife. Right here. This is when I first met my wife. This $5 bill, the first time we walked down the street as husband and wife, we both saw this $5 bill at the same time. Okay? My wife is from the Philippines. And she came over and she had twisted this guy's arm to take her group to a mall. And when she told me what he had agreed to, I said, ma'am, I'm sorry. I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't help you. I'm not gonna do that. And my wife balled up her fist, just like that. And I said, girl, that's my grandmama's fist. I'm gonna marry you. Okay? I will, man. I'm gonna get to that point. I'm gonna get to the podcast. I'll get there. I'll get there. I'll get there. I'll get there. I will get there this year. I have my podcast this year. I will. I'll get there. I'll get there. Because I mean, this is my year. This is my year. All of the sacrifice, I had a guy, got a guy on here right now, Everett Overton. Everett Overton. A lot of you young guys need to check this brother out. Y'all need to check him out. Let me show you what it looked like. Y'all need to check him out. When I first moved into this hotel, man, I mean, I ain't had the money, man. I didn't have the money, and I actually was sitting in my car, and didn't. No, and Lord said, don't move. Just go pack your room up, put it in your car, and just sit. And this guy sent me $500. Said, man, go get you a room. And to this day, still support me financially. Him, a guy named Bernie L, Tanya, come up in here, she'll send me some money. Steve will send me some money. I had a lady named Laura, will support me financially. I got another guy, this guy, and he just started recently. Let me tell you who he is. Steve Mayfield, send me some money. Okay, he'll send me some money. But this is Everett right here, man. This Everett. This is a brother. A lot of you young guys, man, y'all need to go check this brother out. Y'all need to go check this brother out. Okay? Check him out. And he ain't for everybody. And if you're going up in there playing, he ain't gonna support. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. But you know, here again, like I do Black History tours, and right now I need to. I switched over to a new company, and some kind of way my website was up and it messed up, man. And you know, if you Google DC Black Tours now, it say coming soon. You know, and I just said, you know, I'm not going to even. Let me just not even worry about that, because I know I got the tours. I'm a Black History specialist of DC. Okay, all right. So I've been doing it, so I just focus on this right here. Let me focus on this message, and I go sit down in front of the White House. Been doing it for 4 years. Sitting down there, man, and because that's what I figured out, that's where the world meets. So one day, God just gave me an idea, play the national anthems of other countries while you're sitting down here in front of the White House. And when you start playing the national anthems of other countries, first thing they're going to do, pick up their phone and start videoing. And that's how you're going to get your message all over the world. And they'll give you some money. And that's how I've been able to keep my head afloat. Because wasn't nobody booking no tours. So so rather than me sitting there feeling sorry for myself, crying, and my wife told me, said, honey, why don't you let them tours go? I ain't letting them tours go. I ain't letting them go. I got people laugh at me right now because I developed in 2000, I had this shop, the African Tabletop. Buddy of mine, so I can show. Let me show it to you. See, coming up. That was my license right there. African Tabletop, 2622 Georgia Avenue, and this is me right here. That's me. I'm what, 49, and a buddy of mine came and said, "Man, you seen my dinnerware?" I said, "No." He said, he showed me a brochure. I said, "You need to open up a showroom." He said, "You open up one, and I'll put some dishes in it." And shit, what? First of its kind? I went and opened up the African Tabletop. First of its kind, right across the street from Howard University. Okay, knew I had a winner, man. Knew I had a winner, and fell flat on my face. And even after I closed my shop up, man, I'd be walking around with the brochure, still selling dishes. So when the pandemic came, the African Tabletop came back to me. That idea came back to me again, and I said, you know what? Let me see if that name is still available, and it was, and I bought it, and then that's when they sent out the stimulus checks. Well, I said, let me design my own. I got people right now still laughing at me because I went out and designed and said, see, this is the female version. I mean, this is the male version. This is the female version of the plate. Okay? And you see, you got a plate, a saucer, a cup, and a bowl. And you can alternate the two. See, the two plates will match the cup and the bowl. And I got people laughing at me right now. Oh, when you gonna start selling your dinnerware? And everything created started on paper first. Everything on paper. See, I got a history. I can show you. That's me. I can show you a history with this idea. See, most folk can come up with this, but they ain't got no history with it. I got some history with it. So that means that, I ain't trying to fake it. So I just said, man, let me put this stuff on paper. And I'm gonna launch it this year. This dinnerware line, I'm gonna launch this year. I'm gonna launch it this year. I am. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna start putting the flag colors on plates. Because the one thing everybody is sensitive to are their flag colors. You got a lot of people that love their flag colors because it give them some pride. Why not put it on some dinnerware? Why not do that? Put it on some dinnerware. Put it on some dinnerware. What have you got to lose? Nothing. But see, a lot of people, they sit in the comfort zone, man. They say, oh, this is the Janami. Means God is. Okay? So that's how I do it. I'm not afraid to try. Okay? he say sell a t-shirt with your name on it. I got my website coming up, man. My guy, listen, let me show you. So you won't think I'm BSing you. So you won't think I'm BSing you. See? truthconductor.com, and I just talked to. It'll cost about $1,000 to get my website made. The person that made my website, I talked to her and I was like, she said, I charge you $99 a page, and you're gonna need about 10 pages for your website. And I said, okay, let me just get on the money. So, and I already got my website pointed. See, there it is. So you won't say, and I got truthconductor.tv. I got truthconductor.tv for my app. I had a guy, man, paid a guy money to build me an app. And he got offended because I was promoting the app before he wanted to release it. Because of some old bullshit that he ain't want nobody. Man, fuck you. Keep the money. You can keep the money that I gave you. I just want my domain name. That's all I want. Okay? I just want my domain name. And I got it, truthconductor.tv. Matter of fact, if show you, I'm gonna show you this. And every time somebody visit my truthconductor.tv, that's the sound you get. That's the sound you get. Every time somebody visit my truthconductor.tv. Yes, indeed. See, so I got streams of income. Just waiting for the money to come in. See, a lot of people, there's somebody from Sacramento. Just went to my website, truthconductor.tv. Sacramento, California, just visited my truthconductor.tv. Every time somebody visited, man, it lets me know. Every time. See, and you got so many people that Roseville, thank you, man. Hold on, let me give the people a shout out. Go back here. Let's see. I got Nicole. I got Tim Reed. Awaki. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, but that's my nickname for you. I got Alan. I got Austin. I got Tim. I got Ladybug. Thank you for joining me. That's a troll. That's a troll. I know that's a troll. I know that's a troll. I guarantee you that person is a troll. Wait a minute. Let me find out. I guarantee you whoever is on here, let's see. Let me go to your website. Okay, no, you ain't a troll. All right. Okay. All right. Who I got? Project Photos. Thank you for joining me. Rain Guy. K-Bog. K-Boogie. 528. Thank you for joining me. Who else we got? Deborah. Thank you for joining me. I got Sean. Thank you for joining me. John Rodriguez is in the house. Who else we got here? That's it. All right, from Ohio. Well, welcome, man. Thank you for joining me. I don't know what Sweeten trains are like. I had never been there. But anyway, man, just to give you, I'm just trying to show you that. See, you got a lot of people that don't have no history. That don't have, they don't have a foundation. And I'm trying to show you, I've been out here, man. I told you, I've been in DC 50 years. Okay? What's wrong? Thank you, Larry. Thank you for joining me. I've been in DC for 50 years. Next month will be 50 years. I mean, March will be 50 years for me that I've been in DC. The 19th Sunday will be my 72nd birthday. Be my 72nd birthday Sunday. I'll be 72. Good Lord, let me live. You know, and most of my classmates, man, are retired. I'm still out here trying to make some shit happen. I'm still 50 years later. I'm still trying to make some shit happen. Okay, I am. I am. Cause you know, ain't no sense in me giving up now. I'm too close. I ain't giving up now. Hell, if Joe Biden can stay in politics, hey Tim, thank you for joining me. Oh, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. You're welcome. Um, hell, if Biden can stay in politics 50 years, I can get out here and be an entrepreneur, for 50 years. I can stay out here and try to make some shit happen for 50 years. At least I don't look as old as he do. I'm not as beat up as he is, so so I'm blessed, man. I had a guy come to me today say, man, how you feeling? I said, shit, man, at this age, every day above ground is a great day. Well, I am, Laura. I'll be 72. Walla walla. I'll be 72 come Sunday. Good Lord, let me live. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I'm telling you the truth on that one. That is the truth. Okay? Love sunshine. Usually people that create a thing in a profile in 2024, I usually block them. But I'm gonna let you hang around for a minute. Because I think you might be somebody I done blocked in the past. I think you might be somebody I done blocked in the past. So I'm going to let you hang around for a minute to see how you act. Because you're going to say something to let me know who you are. You're going to say something. And that is, man. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's my story. That's my story, man. And I stick by it. And all I've ever tried to do was be a positive example. That's all I mean, shit, I could have, I mean, DC, 50 years, shit, I could have been doing all kind of shit up in here. Know a lot of people doing a whole bunch of different shit. But it was important for me to do it the right way, not to cheat. And if I cut corners, I'm cheating. And I just wanted to see, can I do it the right way and make it? That's all I've ever tried to do. Man, I could have been in the dope game, all that shit. If I wanted to, I could have been in the dope game. But that's cheating. And a lot of them guys got busted, went to jail, and come back and get in front of the line because they on their redemption tour. And they get in front of guys that was trying to do it the right way. And they get ahead of them. Oh hell no! I ain't. I wouldn't run for politics. There's no such thing as democracy. See, no matter who you are or how good your message is, if you ain't got people giving you money, you're not successful. And that's what I be trying to tell people about this sign. See, if I had folk giving me money, so man, I can support that message. I could get somebody's attention. Look at what this sign is doing for me. But I can't get their attention because people, what you gonna do with the money? Shit, maybe launch my dinnerware line. Maybe get my websites up running. You know, I see a lot of people, you get, shit, hell no. Hell no. Man, politics is a 24-hour a day, 7-day week job. I ain't trying to work like that. You a politician, you get in politics, boy, that's 24/7, 365. That's every day you on call. No, sir, not me. I ain't doing that. No, indeed. Bernie, there's one of the guys right there, man, that would support me. There's one of my biggest supporters, him and Everett, right here. Bernie just came up, got that wrench, and don't get out of line because he will block you. He will block you, buddy. So don't get out of line because I'm telling you, come up in here with something crazy, he got you. One guy say, well, what are you doing now? Man, I get out here every day with the sign that I can at the White House. That's what I do. And when I can't get out with the sign, I'm right here. I'm right here on social media trying to get some traction. You know, trying to get something going. You know, and see, and I could come out here and do something stupid and get rich overnight being negative. I could come out here right now and go negative. Man, all these people that's in town for the inauguration, all I can get me a sign that says, let's go Brandon. And everybody know that means F Joe Biden. And put a donation bucket out there and they'll fill it up on some negativity. And wouldn't care what I'm gonna do with the money. But I'm out there voicing an opinion that they agree with. And they'll support it. And isn't it interesting? People will support something negative before they will something positive. And they're wondering why these kids are going buck wild crazy. I had a little girl today come up to me and said, she said, well, and see, and this is how she, first, can I read something to you? Right then and there, I knew it was a gimmick. Okay? So she get on the telephone and she reads me about this school that was supposed to be collecting money for their team, right? And she said, we take Cash App, something else, and something else. I said, well, let me see your Cash App. And when I look at the Cash App, I say, that's your Cash App. She said, yeah, it is. I said, how old are you? She said, I'm 12. I said, young lady, if you can't do it right, don't do it wrong. But what do you mean? I said, wait a minute. If this is going to your team, why is the Cash App in your name? Well, you're going to send the money to me and I'm going to give it to my coach. I said, well, call your coach. Call your coach right now. And she get on the phone and she ain't answering. I said, bye. Okay. All right. Bermuda. Thank you. Hey, this is Laura. Hey, girl, you know my birthday coming up Sunday. Y'all, this is one of my man, I ain't heard from this girl. Happy New Year. This is another one of my supporters right here. One of my, if this she done send, I mean, she broke me off some money. Yes, she did. Here she is, and she finally showed up, still in Bermuda. Man, I need to come. I need a break from this madness. I'm glad you still there. Man, I be talking about her. Yes, sir. There she is. First time this year in a long time. First time in a long time. Yeah, that's one of my supporters right there. Sure did, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, boy, that's a blessing. Thank you, girl. Thank you for showing up. I'm glad. So I'm gonna have to text you. Number still the same? I'm gonna have to text you. I got to text you. I know it is, girl. I know it. I know it. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is. Shoot, I need a break, boy. God, talking about Bermuda. Yeah. Got my passport too. Got my passport too. Okay, same number. I'm gonna text you. All right, I'm gonna text you. I sure am. I'm gonna text you. Good man. Good, yeah. But no, man. You know, the only thing you can do is be who you are, and unfortunately, see, there you go, Bernie. Bernie, yeah, Bernie is up in here. Yeah, man. Them two of my biggest supporters right there, buddy. And Everett, he sometimes he be up in here incognito. Sometimes he'll be up in here incognito because I went up on Capitol Hill Monday and one day this week, and he said, "Man, you know, here I sent you something, man. Here, go on back to the hotel. Get out of that cold weather. Go on back to the hotel. You know." But no, man. Phew. You just gotta believe. That's all. You just gotta believe. And you can't guess and wonder and try to figure it out. Just believe. That's all you got to do. And let God do the rest. Okay? And then there are some times that thank you. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you. I'm sure gonna text you. Okay? There's sometimes, man, that you can try so hard that you do more damage than you do good because you trying to make something happen. You know, you still you just at it. You just consistent, just trying to make it happen. And you're trying and you're trying and you're trying and you're trying, and you know, the harder you try, seem like the harder it gets. That's when you have to back away from it. Okay? That's okay. Saturday in Proverbs, that's right. Yeah, I'll be there, Bernie. That's when you have to back up. After you done try and try, let it take its course. That's what I've learned with this sign. You know, after trying, man, let it take its course. Let it just do what it do naturally. Because you done built a foundation. You done got it known. You done got your brand known. So just let it take its course. You know, let God do his thing and get out of the way. And just be thankful and grateful for what you do have. Okay? And that's it, man. You know, like I said, all of the activities, the inaugural activities that were planned are now on hold. They're going on the inside. So, you know, nothing is happening on the outside. No swearing in. The swearing in is going to be on the inside. And let me show y'all, man. Show you how good God is. I went up, thank you. I went up the other day to the Capitol, And it just so happened that, not knowing that this would be postponed or whatever was going to happen, I didn't have a clue. I just went up to say, let me go up and see what I can find. And just so happened, I saw a young lady standing there, and I said, hey, can you take a picture of me? And there I am, in front of the Capitol, where Trump is supposed to get inaugurated, and they done canceled it. It's canceled. But I got a picture right in front of the Capitol, where he was going to be sworn in. I got a picture with my message right there. That's how good God is. All right? All right, y'all. Listen, I got Saturday in Proverbs tomorrow, man. Join me. I get on here probably about 10 o'clock. All right? And you know, and let me show you something. And see, the devil's like, well, you know, this is a one-time event. And I know you don't work on Saturdays. Why don't you come out here on Saturday? You know, it's going to be nice and warm, and get out here in the crowd. And I said, I ain't doing that. And God showed me, said, you know, everything been moved on the inside. Now you still do what you do, still on a Saturday. Make that your day of rest. I know it's tempting. I know you want to, but honor me. Honor me. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Saturday in Proverbs, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.